Hello and welcome to this edition of DCU Tonight. I'm your host, Rock Var, here on the couch with Hippolyta Kent, and tonight we're talking DC Universe Online news, DCTV casting, and playing some DCUO. So thanks for joining us. This is the first show that we've done since Christmas and New Year's break, so we're glad to be back in the studio and hanging out here with you guys for the evening. Lots of news to talk about in the world of DC Universe Online. Good grief, lots of news to talk about. So much so that it's going to take up the majority of the show. I mean, we won't have much time to do anything else except for talk about all the wonderful DCUO news that got dropped on us yesterday. And lots of news to go over. So if you're a member of DC Universe Online, you know that the game is 5 years old now. We're celebrating 5 years of DC Universe Online being live, and to do so, they hooked up with the guys over at Kinda Funny Vids and broadcast live yesterday doing their show and gave out a bunch of information about what's coming in DC Universe Online this next year and their goals for the future and just new things that we're going to get to play with, and I'm going to talk about all that right now. All of that can be found on DCUniverseOnline.com. You can go to the website and watch the videos for yourself. The first part is the, I believe it's Colin and Greg live. I don't know if it was Game Over Greggy or Colin and Greg. I think it was Colin and Greg live, and they talked about they talked to Jens. They talked about a lot of things coming in the game, gave some huge announcements there, and then later in the day, Greg Miller and SJ and Meps played DCUO, and they dropped a lot of other information about what's coming to the game. So we're going to kind of go through all of that, but all of it can be found. You can watch that for yourself by going to DCUniverseOnline.com and going into the announcements, and they've got a link there, or you can go to their YouTube page and watch the uploaded video because they celebrated the 5-year anniversary on Kinda Funny. I'm not sure if it's Kinda Funny Games or Kinda Funny Vids Twitch channel. Whatever, Greg Miller's channel. That's how I refer to it. I don't really know anyone else. I just feel like I kind of met Colin yesterday watching the stream. But for the most part, it's to me, it's Greg's show. So, but anyway, we're going to go through some of the information here and read it to you off the website. If you want to see the full scoop for yourself, you can go to the forums, and all of the information is there that they put out some kind of tidbits, and then you can watch the video to get the full info. So, that said, the gift that we were given for being with DCUO for 5 years, well, not for being with them for 5 years, but for being members at this 5-year point, was this lovely emblem that you see here on my chest. The Daybreak Games emblem. Everybody gets one of those. You've got to log in to your account by January 31st. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it is not a leap year. Or is it a leap year when that happens? I don't understand the whole leap year thing. We'll get into that on another segment we like to call Going Back to Elementary School on Fire Nation. But anyway, you get the lovely emblem. It's awesome.
My goodness.
I love that.
Wow.
I hope the video's not skipping up right now. And we got this awesome poster that I'm about to show you. It's more of a picture, really. It's framed, so it's not so much a poster, I guess. But we got this lovely picture poster, and I have stolen them from some of my alts, so I have a bunch of them. Bladow. Look at the beauty that is that. You've got to log into your account by January 31st, and that'll be one of those puppies will be waiting for you. Not 3 of them. I've got like a bunch of. I have 16 tunes, so I'll have 16 of them around here at some point. But some of them are going to keep theirs. You know what I mean? I'm stealing them from the alts who I'm not really going to necessarily care about their bases in the future, and so yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, there we have it. If you're just joining the stream, thank you. You are watching DCU Tonight on VAR Nation with Rock and Lida live. And we're about to talk about all the announcements on DC Universe Online. There are plenty. So be prepared, and if you want to see, no need to write it down, you can go to the website, DCUniverseOnline.com, in the announcement section, and they've got everything listed out here, so I'm going to break out. It's time for the segment of the show where we go to the internet. We're going to call it the internet part of the show. I'm going to break out my vape, and we are going to read this. I'm hoping they can hear that. Okay, here we go. We're going to the website. Forgive me, I don't read often, and when I do, it's about gaming things. So we're going to maybe stutter and stammer through this. But if you go to DCUniverseOnline.com, and we're just going to go over... You want to go stand over in front of the bombshell posters while we do this?
Yes. Don't mind if I do.
Damn. What was it you said yesterday about Kate? Was it Kate you were talking about?
Yeah.
Here she comes with a bat. She's pissed. Supergirl looks super cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, and Wonder Woman looks so...
Speaking of that, we've got some big
beautiful.
Supergirl news to talk about tonight, too. So don't let me forget, because I'm going to get carried away in this DCUO stuff. Don't let me forget to save at least
if it's okay with you, the very next thing... I would like.
Yeah, that's what
talk
it'll
about
be.
It, just because of how big it is.
Yeah. But this is there are 4 pages of this.
That's awesome.
News. So we'll get to the DCUO news first. And oh my gosh. All right. So let's just get to the cooler stuff. No, let's not. Let's start with this because this is super cool. Crossplay is happening with PC. That has been announced, and crossplay between PC, PS4, and PS3 is happening the week of January 25th. So it's happening very, very soon. And this is going to be pretty awesome. We're going to share queues with them. We're going to be able to be in leagues with them. We're going to have chat with them, trade with them. The door is just completely open as far as how this is going to work. And with that in mind, there may be an issue with names because obviously we've been separated for 5 years. There's probably a lot of characters with the same name as other characters. So to do that, they're going to start a cross-play name consolidation. So to keep that straight, and what it is outstanding character and league name conflicts, duplicates, must be resolved in preparation for cross-play. Once cross-play is implemented, characters and league names will need to be unique by region, North America and Europe. Okay? Europe. So, and that makes me wonder. Now, so we're going to be on separate servers with them, I'm guessing still. Anyway, if there is a character name conflict, one player will keep the name, and the other will be renamed to the name _ and all caps PC, or the name and _ all caps PS, to represent that it's either a PC player or a PlayStation player. So when that happens, or if that happens, let's just say, if there's another Rockvar, would become Rockvar _ PS. And that's just going to happen overnight. You're going to log in, and that's what your name's going to be. Which kind of sucks for you if you don't get to keep your name. I'm sorry, I'm being honest. I wouldn't want it. Like if I logged in and my name was Rockvar _ PS, I don't know what I would do. The first thing that I would do is probably get mad and throw things around and yell. And then there would be some crying and probably some fetal positioning. And then maybe some criminal activity, followed by some time in jail and suicide. That would be that would be the course of my life if my character's name got changed. No, I'm just joking. But you will be able to change it. So if that just bothers you to no end, that you can't have the underscore PC or the underscore PS attached to your name, they're sending you a name change, name change token, right? I didn't think it was a name rechange token. But they're going to look at several things to decide who gets that. What would that be called? I don't know. Whoever gets to keep their PC or PS, and that's like it's not like a surname. I don't know. Anyway, my point being that you get a name change token, free, given to you. You can change your name. They're going to look at several aspects of when they're deciding who's going to get to keep their name and whose name is going to get the ad. Activity is one of those things. A character active in the last 90 days will keep their name over a character inactive in the last 90 days. If both characters are active or if both characters are inactive, there's a different contributing factor. So basically they're going to look at if those two things are, if you're a tie on that one, they're moving on to the next one. And that is contributing character. A character on an account that has spent money in support of the game will keep its name over a character on an account that has never contributed, or other words, a free account. So if you have a membership or you've bought something from the marketplace or any way that you've spent money in the past 90 days, and the other person hasn't, then you're going to get to keep the name and they're going to have to change, essentially. Or they can keep the underscore. So there's that. Now, if we look at that and both players, or if they look at that and both players are, both legendary, they're going to look to the oldest character. So they're actually going to look at the earliest creation date, and the earliest creation date wins over the younger character. So if it's a fear of yours, you can look it up. I think DCUO blog guide has a basically like a tune finder, I'm going to call it, where you can look up a character's name by server and league and see if there's any that match you. I think we're both good, because if anybody goes out there right now and tries to steal my name, they're going to get the hashtag. Excuse me. So I think both of us are good. But so I've got 16 characters, and I want to keep all the names that I've got. I need to go log in with every one of them and play. Maybe not play a little, but I'm going to, because I have been recently. So you need to go log in with those characters, and then you won't have any worries when it comes to whether you're going to keep your name or not. So
I think that's so nice that they give you a token. Like, that's really awesome.
And the same thing will be the case with leagues, because then now we have to look at league names. Same thing. Is it an active league? A league with a character with characters in the last 90 days will keep its name over a league with any active characters in the last. That doesn't make any sense. Somebody messed up there, and it wasn't me. So basically, if you have characters in your league that have been active in the last 90 days, your league has a better chance of keeping its name. Same thing with league size. A league with more than one character in the roster will keep its name over a league with only one character in its roster. If both leagues have one, or if both leagues have more than one character, then you continue to the next thing, and that's the age of the league. And again, the oldest league wins. And same thing, basically. Your league leader is going to get sent a league name change token, and you can fix it there. So it's not ideal, I know, but 5 years into a game, there's no other way to fix that, to have a merge like this, and the merge is only going to be better for the game. They're really pushing us to come together as a group. There's no sense in everyone being segmented this way anyway. It doesn't make any sense. It's all one game. It sucks to be like, I play DC Universe Online. Yeah, I do too. Man, but we can't play together because you're PC and I'm PlayStation, or you're Europe and I'm North America. So there's that. Whole bunch of question and answer on here as far as what is crossplay. You can look that up for yourself. I am in the forums under announcements, and the announcement titled Crossplay Name Consolidation and Facts. So that's that for the name consolidation and crossplay. Again, that crossplay is happening starting this month, the week of January 25th. So you've got little time to prepare. if you need to go through a list of 150 characters, you need to start doing it now. Or a week ago, whatever works for you. DCUO coming to Xbox. They revealed that yesterday. So this spring,
Woohoo.
DC Universe Online will not only be on PlayStation, it will also be on Xbox. So you can play with your friends on Xbox. We can get a lot of those folks that haven't been able, same kind of situation. It just sucks that we haven't been able to play with our friends who prefer Xbox over PlayStation to this point. And now we will. So that's going to bring a whole new group. That's going to bring a whole group of people who have been playing games like, Destiny and stuff that, which they have on PlayStation, I know, but there are a lot of people playing Xbox games, Grand Theft Auto, all that stuff that they can do, and it just felt like they were just missing out because no DC Universe. It felt to me like DC Universe Online was missing out on a whole segment of people. So now that'll help things at least a little bit. So that's happening in the spring. We'll be on different servers, I believe. No. I'm sorry. Well, I think we're having crossplay with Xbox.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think you'll be able to transfer your character to an Xbox One if you want to. But
okay.
you, just similarly to how you could with PlayStation 3 in the beginning with PlayStation 4, I think. But right off the bat, we're not going to be playing with those folks. But it still brings a whole bunch of people to the game. So, okay. So moving on, episode 21 was announced yesterday on DC Universe Online, and they're starting episode 21, starting the year off with an episode inspired by Legends of Tomorrow. They're just not listing the other people that are on that team because they're already in the game. But that begs the question, are we going to get Sarah Lance?
Whoa.
Are we going to get Sarah Lance in DC Universe Online?
White Canary? I don't know.
I don't know either. Stay tuned. They'll have more new storylines. I'm going to run through some of the storylines that they announced. These things are supposed to be happening in 2016. A new Superman storyline, which we are thrilled for that. The new Superman storyline is going to feature Zod, Ursa, Non, Superman, Lois Lane, Supergirl, and Superboy. And here's the big news, the big bomb that got dropped yesterday. Some very exciting news for Superboy. Superboy will now be voiced by Greg Miller moving forward. Yeah! You cheered. That's awesome. We cheered. We high-fived. Greg Miller is a huge fan of our Superboy, the one that we love, and he has been for a long, long time. He's a huge fan of Smallville. One of the biggest fans of Smallville that I've seen outside of ourselves, really. I mean, they when Michael Rosenbaum was on their show, they broke down and sang the song. Even he was embarrassed by it, but they definitely weren't, and I wouldn't have been if I was there. We were singing along. We watched it and sang along. But that was just awesome when the whole crew and the whole group on the show all broke into the Smallville theme song. And then they began to argue about nuances in the show that only fans would talk about. So, that's going to be awesome for Superboy. And I'm sure Greg can do it. I know he has a lot of respect for the character, and I know he's going to want to do it right. And so you can watch that announcement on the video itself. It was a really great moment because here's a guy who's loved this character and who basically jumped into what he loved doing and is doing really well for himself. And now he's gotten to the point where he's going to be able to voice an iconic character that he loved. That's got to be like every comic book geek's dream. And
yeah, absolutely.
So that's super sweet to see somebody living that dream, and it couldn't be a nicer group of people. So,
Yeah, or someone that's worked as hard to deserve it. I mean, that's awesome.
Yup. I mean, we watched the stream yesterday, and they're pretty class act. I mean, like those guys they seem like nice dudes that, a lot of people that you listen to and watch, you get offended by what they say or it turns you off. I didn't hear any of that, so it was fun. But anyway, another storyline that they're going to have is the finale of the Halls of Power. So Darkseid's forces are invading Central City, and they're going to need our help, of course, to stop them. So that's happening. Harley Quinn is going to get, I don't know if it'll be a whole episode, but a storyline anyway will be centered around her. It says, love Harley Quinn, you will love this crazy storyline centered around her.
Yay.
And then they're going to finish up Amazon Fury later in the year. So that's what we have to look forward to as far as storylines are concerned. New power sets, Water is coming. The next power set, of course, is going to be Water, and we heard that at the beginning of last year. So I don't know if that'll happen or not, but it looks like it's going to be cool. It says that it's going to feature hydrokinetics, hard water constructs inspired by characters like Aqualad and also tide calling or water bending, which is inspired by Mara, which you were wondering if they were going to do anything like her powers. So there's that. So I think I know at least one person that'll be switching to power.
I will be switching, but I will probably most likely switch right back. I mean, unless it's, amazing. But I love Mental. I'm very Mental.
Yeah, Mental's cool. I changed to Atomic since the last show that we did on my main. Not only do I have Atomic Rockvar now, but I also have Atomic. I'm just Atomic as Rockvar. And let me tell you this, it's my favorite power right now. The DPS with it is insane. I've seen crits for over 150,000 roll out. The lowest crits that I see are right around 100,000. The lowest was still above 90. So it's ridiculous. Like it does ridiculous damage. And it's just fun. And tanking is incredibly fun with it. It has super cool pulls. I would say it's similar to Rage as far as the pull. Like most of the pulling that we've been doing with other tank powers, it hasn't been getting as large of a group, and it's been, you can't pull them from as far away. Atomic snatches them pretty much from wherever they are in the room and sucks everything to you, and it blinks it out, so it's almost as though it teleports it to you. So you don't have to worry about if somebody's standing in the way, because it's going to go right through them. And phenomenal. I'm very much enjoying it. I've got him tanking T7 stuff now, and it's been very fun. We're doing it almost every day. But anyway, okay, so back to the DCUO news.
Oh my goodness.
Big, huge news for people who love to do style enthusiasts. 4th color palette is coming to DC Universe Online this year. You can customize your character further with the addition of a 4th choice in your color palette. More colors, more looks, more fun. You can see the full story on that by watching the video, and they'll go into a deeper dive. Also, style and gear unlocking. I have not read this one yet, so it says keep up your alternate characters more easily with styles and gear unlocking. Keeping to the philosophy established with unlocking feats, you will be able to unlock gear and styles on one character if you have already earned that style or gear on another. So similarly to how you can unlock feats now on your alts, you'll be able to, I'm assuming, use replay badges and unlock styles and gear. So that's cool, because I'm having a heck of a time getting gear that I want with my alts just for a style. I didn't realize that before, because we played Rock for like 4 years before. It was like 3.5 years before we actually started doing anything with alts outside of just goofing around. And so we collected everything with Rock. I believe we have every style. I think I have the feat for that. No? Okay, most of them. So I have most styles. So basically, if I want to look, all I got to do is look for hours through, our inventory and find it, and which means I don't change it a lot. But So I've got a couple alts now, and I'm trying to make them look specific ways, and I've realized it's very difficult to come up with a lot of these styles because some of them, like one in particular that I want, only drops from the vault. So I've only got, I've got a 1 in 3 billion chance of getting it. So that'll be cool because once I get it now with Rock, I'll be able to unlock it with all my other tunes, and everything will be cool. So the other thing that we're getting is a league recruitment tool. I'm going to refer you to the video to learn more about that because I don't quite understand it at this point, but they're going to make it easier to find and join leagues in the game using a new tool. And then, of course, they announced our anniversary gifts, which we talked about. The posters behind me are the lovely prints behind me. I don't know what those are called. And the emblem I'm wearing, the Daybreak Games emblem. So that was the news. And then they gave us fun facts, which is pretty awesome. That we care about all of them. But I'll tell you this. There were 35 million characters created since launch. That they said that's almost the population of Canada. So almost an entire country is playing this game. There are 66% more heroes than villains.
Well, there's 66% heroes and 34% villains.
Yeah, you need to turn on. Yeah, so 66% of the population is heroes. That's what that's saying. And 34% are villains.
Wow.
Top 5 powers. This is by player count. It shocks me a little, but not when you think about the fact that for the first couple of years, there were only certain powers. So there probably are a lot of tunes out there that never bought new stuff. I don't know. There are 8 million fire tunes right now in the game. 6.5 million gadgets. 5.6 million ice. 4 million mental. And 3.4 million sorcery. You can see all of this on the website, DCUniverseOnline.com. And they've got this posted, a very nice post. You can see the popularity of mentors. There are 11.3 million Superman mentored characters. That's 32% of total tunes in the game. And they say that Batman's more popular than Superman. Because I'm going to tell you the difference. It's 11.3 million Superman mentored tunes. And to be fair, some of those could be Batman type tunes. You know what I'm saying? Because I have some that they would be mentored by Superman based on their powers and abilities. But anyway, 11.3 million Superman, 8 million Batman mentored tunes. So that's a pretty big gap. 3 million people. Yeah, it's a gap of 3 million. There's 5 million Joker mentored tunes, 3.7 million Wonder Woman, 3.6 million Circe, and 3.4 million Lex. I thought there would be more Lex too, but then it's not really fun to be a Lex type character, and you don't make shady business deals in DCUO.
Well, I don't know about the villain side. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow, over 2,000 styles available.
Yeah, that does not surprise me. I actually thought it was more. There are 262,000 leagues in the game. 164,323 of those are hero leagues. 97,767 of those are villain leagues. So there's a that's not a huge number of difference. I kind of figured that because there are less villains. I know that because they tell us right here. There are, as far as movement modes are concerned, 50% of the tunes are flight, 27% are acrobatics, and 23% are super speed. There have been 476 million hours played to date of this game. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That's a lot of hours. 330 million of those hours were on PlayStation. 145 million of those hours were on PC. So PlayStation
Woohoo.
people are logging some major DCUO hours. I don't know what to make of that other than there's probably a lot more of them. So maybe that's why. I don't know. But anyway, you can check that out, get those fun facts for yourself, probably even print it out. It's a very nice looking, that could be a poster or something if you printed it on some good paper. DCUniverseOnline.com for the details. I think that might be all the DCUO news, but like I said in the beginning of this, there was a ton of news yesterday, and the best thing to do is going to be go and watch that stream. So that's up on the YouTube channel for DC Universe Online. I'm just looking through here on the forums to see if that's it. Yep, that's it. So that's the DCUO news that we have. Ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. And we'll be playing DCUO throughout the rest of the show a little bit and talking about what's happening in the world of DCUO as we're playing the game. But before we do that, we're going to talk DCTV a little bit and some stuff that's happening there. I'll hit up the retweets, and because I did a couple today that I want to talk about. I'm heading over to VAR Nation right now on YouTube so we can check the chat because we don't have it up. And we'll get to that gameplay. So the biggest news that, and I should really go, okay. We got some folks in chat that are asking some questions, so we'll go ahead and hit that up. I don't have the speakers plugged in. I turned them off. It's like I'm hearing the past right now. Is that you, me? Martez McClure said, "What's up?" Or "Sup, Rock?" "Sup, Martez?" Ben 101 Gamer says, "I bought a lair and it won't let me buy any furniture. Do I have the season pass? Do I have to have the season pass to buy furniture?" No, you don't. I don't know why it wouldn't be allowing you to buy furniture, but the way that it works, when you get the lair, it's going to depend on the level of your tune.
Was it 12?
Because if you're 12 and up, immediately when you start, I know that you have to go through the tutorial, probably. And so go into your base, it's going to tell you to place specific items, and you're going to do all that. At the end of that tutorial, you should be able to buy items.
Buy base items.
As far as I know. I'll go check it out on one of my lower level tunes and find out.
But I think you have to be like a level 12, or
yeah.
I could be
Well, he
wrong,
but he says he just bought a lair. So no, you definitely don't have to have a season pass. We have legendary memberships, and that got us one lair, I think. But you should be able to buy them outside of that. So I would definitely, if you've already gone through the tutorial of it, you've already placed some items throughout your base, and it's still not letting you purchase any base items from the marketplace, put in a support ticket on that. But then again, if you are asking me if you have to buy a season pass, does that mean that you don't have a membership or whatnot? Because I don't know how the broker works without a membership.
Yeah, that I'm not sure either.
Remember, we couldn't, when we first started playing the game, because obviously you start playing the game, it's a free-to-play game, and, well, it wasn't when we started playing it, but we didn't really understand anything about online gaming, and I didn't understand that there are some people that can't use the market. We didn't even know what the market was for a long time.
So someone brought it up to us at one time, and
I was scared of it. I was afraid I was going to get ripped off. I had a friend who played MMOs, and he's like, "Oh no, this is," and he explained it to me and showed me how to work it and stuff. And then our league leader also did, and marketplace is awesome. but a bit confusing when I don't know if you have a membership or not. So, but if you do have, if you paid for the content, you've done the tutorial, you're not getting anywhere, put in a support ticket to DCUO or to Daybreak Games. They answer those quickly, and they are on the ball. They know things about your tune you don't even know. I had a support ticket one time because I thought I got ripped off with money. Like I bought something. However it was, I had gotten confused, and they were actually able to tell me exactly what my transactions, and I'm not talking about transactions with PlayStation or Daybreak, I'm talking about the game marketplace. Like I was buying stuff off the game marketplace with in-game cash, and they were able to lay out for me exactly what I had purchased at the time that I had purchased it, and then what was deducted from my in-game cash, and just laid it. I mean, it was perfect. So you can always go to them for help if you think you're having technical difficulties. They can definitely help you out. So, and the next question was, do we play on PlayStation 3? Yes, we do. Well, she does. Lida's on 3. I'm on 4, so we're on the PlayStation server, is probably what you're asking. So, all right, cool. We hit up the chat. We're going to move on to some Supergirl news. We have an episode. We're behind an episode, so we have an episode we have to watch, so you're not going to get any episode-specific details here today, but what you are going to get is some casting news and some rather huge casting news. Huge because the person who has been cast to play a character on Supergirl is awesome.
Is amazing.
And news because the character that she's cast to play is also awesome. Laura Vandervoort, Smallville Supergirl, ladies and gentlemen, has been cast on the new Supergirl television series by DC Comics on the Oh no, it's on CBS, isn't it? On CBS. She will be playing. Let's see, I'm going to go to the article. And for the details on this, go to KryptonSite.com. Craig has done an excellent story here. I don't know if he wrote it, but it's on his website, so I'm giving him credit for it. Has done an excellent story here titled Smallville's Laura Vandervoort cast in recurring role on Supergirl. So she's she's like a cast member now. Says Supergirl, who starred as Kara / Supergirl in multiple seasons of Smallville, will be playing Indigo, who producers describe as a living, strong-willed supercomputer that was sentenced to Fort Ross after turning against the people of Krypton. Now on Earth, Indigo will let nothing stand in her way. And you know what? That makes perfect sense, because didn't Kara get taken by Brainiac at some point?
Yeah.
In Smallville?
I think so.
And she did a really kick-ass job of playing that. And so...
So is this Indigo? Is it like...
She's Brainiac
so it's like
8.
Brainiac's... It's Brainiac's granddaughter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. When you kept on saying Indigo, I'm like...
I know, I was thinking of the
went
Lantern
somewhere else.
Indigo, but no, this is way cooler.
Hallelujah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Heaven is here. It's on Earth. It just can't get any better than that.
Go to KryptonSite.com, though, and check out this picture, because this is badassery all over the place. But yeah, she has been cast. She will be in a recurring role. That is Laura Vandervoort. She was the second Supergirl on Smallville, actually, but the first one never got called Supergirl, and she ended up not being Kara, but she was Kara Zor-El. Once they've introduced the real Kara Zor-El, it was Laura Vandervoort, who now is the star of the show Bitten. And so she is also she was also on V. But anyway, you're going to get to know her very well, because she's real good at playing a bad guy too. If she has to be like forceful and angry, she can do that very well. Cold. She's good at fight scenes. She flies like a motherfucker. She flies like a mofo, like a mafka.
She does.
She is one of the best flyers. Melissa Benoist She does an awesome job.
Yes, she does an amazing job too. When they're both going to be on the screen, I'm going to freak out. I'm just going to be like.
But, Laura's already got the speed down. She already knows how to do the, still camera speed stuff. Because she ended up, after she came on the show, it was, Tom Welling was the king of the speed for a long time, because this was the only show where they were showing speed done the way that Smallville was doing it. And Tom Welling was by far, in my opinion, the best at doing those slow motion shots where he's running super fast and the rest of the world's standing still, but he's still just kind of jogging. And she came on the show and she picked up from him the ability to do that. They talked about it, about working together on it, and phenomenal. I mean, she looked better. I'm going to say she looked a little better than him doing it by the time all was said and done. She got to fly on Smallville before Clark did. I mean, Supergirl was a dominant character in season 7 and up, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Just when she came on the scene, I just about,
Yeah. So that is awesome.
I cried when I saw her in the water, like she was an angel.
Wow. Now she's going to have scenes with Helen Slater. Or it said now let's have a scene with Helen Slater, her and Melissa Benoist.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That would be epic.
It's like Supergirl nostalgia. Man, so that is awesome. For more information on that, visit KryptonSite.com. Talk about it in the K-Site TV forums, and become a member. It's a fun place to be. You get lots of good news like that, because that is awesome. And we're kind of on a K-Site binge right now, because they have a lot of, like here the producer talks about casting Laura. Apparently they have been trying to get her on the show in a recurring role since the start, because of the way she reacted to the announcement of the casting of Melissa Benoist. She tweeted a very nice thing, I guess, said good things about her, and wished her luck and all that, and they were like, man, she's a class act.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no shit, she is.
Hands down.
Says Supergirl's Andrew Kreisberg talks Laura Vandervoort's casting. This is again coming from KryptonSite.com. Her appearance as Supergirl was in one of the final, see that this doesn't make much sense, but I think I got half the story cut off because of this ad. Anyway, she was on Smallville as Supergirl. She'll be appearing on the new Supergirl series. Andrew spoke about this super veteran coming to the screen, starting with some praise for the actress. First of all, he said, when the show was announced, Laura sent out the sweetest tweet just saying how honored she'd been and how excited she was for Melissa, and that meant so much to him. He thought it was such a classy move. And then he met her at the Saturn Awards, and they had such a great talk there, and have actually kind of been friends-ish since then. She's been on Bitten, so she hasn't had much time, but they were trying to work her in to where they could get something so this will line up with that filming a little bit. And good Lord, that show's just got so much more awesome.
It just keeps on blowing up and blowing up. It's just amazing.
They had Dean Cain on there.
Just when I think it couldn't get any cooler, you know? It's like, blam!
Well, you know what? It could get cooler.
Let's take you to the next level.
It could get cooler, because at some point we're going to have to meet Lois Lane. They talk about her an awful lot. What if it's Terry Hatcher? No?
I don't know.
You think she's too old right now?
Oh heck no! Oh heck no!
Well, she is Lois Lane.
No. She'd be perfect, but I'm just like, it's kind of like disbelief,
Yeah.
I mean, I never thought this day would come, that Laura Vandervoort and Melissa Benoist would be on the same show. So That's just amazing.
Just could we get some more Smallville cast? If we get to see Superman, can it please be Tom Welling? Please God, can it be Tom Welling? Please. Please God. Please let it be Tom Welling. I would just... That would make my heart flutter and pop.
What if he could be like Jor-El or somebody?
Ooh, that'd be cool. Because he's getting ready to be on his own show. Not his own show, but he's going to be on a show. So he's not going to necessarily be as available as Laura. I don't know.
Well, she's doing her own show. That's the only way they were able to get it. They worked together.
Yeah. So I don't know. But that would just make my life. But anyway, so if we're going to do that, then we have to get our Lois Lane. Because if it's Tom Welling, he has to have his Lois Lane. But I doubt, because she's on the show too. So I doubt very much that would happen. Yeah. She's a nudist. No, she's a very nice person, though. Her and her husband are awesome people. We've not met them, nor do we know anything about them. But they are both nudists, and they are very nice. That's what we know about that. So Bizarro's coming in episode 12 of Supergirl. That's awesome.
Supergirl Bizarro?
Yeah. Jonah Hex
Whoa.
is going to appear on Legends of Tomorrow, episode 11.
Wow.
So, and that goes, DCUO's episode 21 is going to be Legends of Tomorrow. Will we at some point get Jonah Hex in the game? That just opens it up for a lot of characters to put Legends of Tomorrow in the game.
Wowzers.
Yeah. That might be all the Supergirl news. Oh, Flash news. One of the episodes coming up is going to dive deeper into Wally West. He's going to be kind of a main character in the plot of the show, or the episode.
Nice.
It's called Potential Energy. KSI TV has preview images up of that right now if you want to head over there and take a look. So that's that from Twitter. So we're done with the news. We've done all the news that is news on the nation. If you're just joining us, this is VAR Nation. The show is DCU Tonight. We talk DCUO news, DC Comics news, DC TV, DC movies, and play DC Universe Online, which we're getting ready to go do a duo and probably call it a wrap. I've been talking for a long-ass time. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm joking. I mean, I don't care. I'm not, though. I'm not getting paid for this, but I also don't care. So, yeah, that is the news there. That was the news section of the show. We talk about the stuff going on in the world of DC Universe Online, and then we head on out to do a little bit of content and play the game before we hang up our hat on YouTube and head on out to play DC Universe Online for the rest of the night, which is what we do. So let's go ahead and cue. I'm going to do, I've gone from like a 147 to a 151 since the last time we played. So I should be doing these a heck of a lot faster and easier. But I'm not. It seemed like the game got harder as my combat rating went up. I don't know but there was a big fix this morning, so we'll see if we go in here and just smash it, then we'll know that it's not going to be a problem. But the past couple days, man, it's been glitchy. I didn't go to the vault yet either. I still have not got the Superboy hoodie to update that news. Still no hoodie. We've been doing a lot of villain, like doing the Suicide Squad type missions where we cross-play with the villains. That's been happening a lot. We got to go into, was it Nexus or Paradox? It was Paradox Wave. Oh
You
yeah.
already had Lex Luthor instead of.
I haven't played this a bit since I haven't played. We haven't streamed since I changed him to Atomic. It depends on distance. You definitely have to be in the realm of the thing you're trying to hit. But you can see it hits pretty good. Not as good as it should for. See, there's 90,000 crit. Not as good as it should for the change. I was actually doing a heck of a lot more. Seemed like I was doing a heck of a lot more damage when I was a 147. So I don't know what's up with that. But I've got both rings now, the necklace, everything that came out with episode 20. We've already got from the vendor. But the Xbox One thing, like crossplay doesn't shock me because they've been talking about doing that for a while. It shocked me that it's happening so quickly, but it didn't really shock me, the announcement. But Xbox One happening is a little shocking. I know they talked about it in the past, but I just didn't think it was actually going to come to fruition. And the fourth color palette.
Oh my goodness.
I think everyone in the game has been begging for that since the first time you logged on and you were like, what the crap? I only have 3 colors. How do I make it? Gosh darn it. Because I know with, in some cases, like if you don't have the right top, which I've been, thank goodness, I don't know what to call them on the show, thank goodness, I'll just call him Val. Thank goodness Val brought up that scuba top, because the scuba top, you don't have anything over your hands. But a big problem with creating characters like a Superman or something where the hands have to be free is that you've got no way of making your hands free in the outfit that you want to wear. So you had to end up putting on some kind of gloves and changing the color to kind of a peach or whatever. Well, then you can't have yellow because you have to use the peach for the color of your hands. And now you'll be able to do that if you haven't been able to buy the scuba gear, from or get a hold of any of the other styles that use that open hand type style. So that'll be tight. That just makes the endless opportunity to be creative as far as your color scheme. Oh, look. He had no health, but he's going to kill us. Lucky for you. Oh. Not lucky for you. Well, damn it. Oh. You mean I can't just... I was like, can I just, pass on the gear? There's nothing I need.
Bad guys like Heatwave and the rest of the rogues exploit science for their own personal profit. Let's learn about what to do in the case of an attack by the rogues. Be careful, kids. Fire can burn.
Run. And hide.
Welcome to the Flash Museum. This is the Flash. I hope you learn a lot during your visit to this exhibit.
Because in the real world, yeah, he's like, fire might burn. Bullshit. You'll be dead. You come into contact with heat wave. That's what I don't understand. Like, people live after they get, attacked by heat wave. You definitely would be charbroiled by that dude. I like being able to wear this color too. I'm gonna pop this balloon for fun. I got a little tired of only being blue too. Like, I like to have a nice bright aura. So the atomic helps that.
Physics is the study of matter and motion. Basically, the world around us. Whether it's quantum mechanics or atomic energy, physics is fun-tastic.
I like that I have a finisher with this power set too. Because if they're below like 35% health, it does extra damage. Ooh, a Flash Museum hanging light. One of those big uns. It's going to be like in the teens here tonight after we get off the stream.
Did you
Curl
know
up
that
in
proceeds
hay.
from the gift shop
Like the Vikings?
Yeah, like the Vikings. They didn't have places for to live, so they had to live in barns. Hope everybody watching the stream had a good Christmas and New Year's. We had an excellent Christmas and New Year's. Got some really good time to spend with family and enjoy life a little bit. That's why we haven't been streaming very much recently, really. Just kind of, we got really caught up in playing the game. Like, episode 20 came out, and it's kept us busy. I've got some tunes that I'm, working up and trying some different powers. I'm trying ice right now. And we've just been having a lot of fun in DCUO. It's kind of hard sometimes to think about stopping, but with all the news that came out, we had to. I mean, there's too much going on right now to not be paying attention. DCUO is blowing up. I can't wait to see what the numbers look like when it's on Xbox One. PC and PlayStation coming together. That's some exciting times. We're going to get to play with people we haven't got to play with before. We're going to get to meet people we haven't met before. Not that we've all met each other here on the PlayStation forums, but just different, different groups play different types of gaming and die. That ice is no slouch. I started making an ice tune, and right now I'm DPSing because I always DPS up to, whatever level. Really is T7. Once you get to T7, you're going to get all kinds of gear, so that's when I typically pick up all my tank gear. But ninjas. But ice has good pulls, and it's doing pretty decent damage, at least under level 30. I don't know about rotations and stuff yet. So you can see that the addition of combat rating has made little to no difference in my survivability in this boss fight. Like, it's not like still not like going into, tier 5 stuff where you can just walk around and goof off, which is clearly what I like to do. But I don't think anyone on a stream wants to watch a 151.
I'll make you pay for that.
And fight some 100 combat rating NPCs.
What's the matter, cold feet? Ugh.
And then that happens. So my advice is don't give up, because one of the times that you go in, you're going to make it.
Yeah.
And even if you're a 151, you can take a beating from Captain Cold, because he's Captain Cold. So you'll have that. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. This has been DCU Tonight. Our aim is to keep you updated on DCUO happenings, play DCUO in Let's Plays, and talk about DCTV. So we're going to do that a couple times a week. Right now we're at a stage where we have to have real jobs, so it's only a couple times a week when we're not completely stressed out from the other thing, but we'll try to do it as much as we possibly can. So thank you for tuning in. If you can, check out our website, varnationdcuo.com. We need to get as much traffic over there as we possibly can. Please, if you can, visit our patron page, patreon.com/varnation. And help us live the dream. We need to get this thing up and running to the point where we can focus on it more. So that only comes from donations from folks who want to be a part of it. Oh my gosh. Okay, Lida's flagging me down as I'm exiting the show, and she's saying that I need to come and look at DCComics.com, and you need to as well. On the pull list this week is Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #2. I have no idea how Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have ended up in the same world together, but this excites me very much, especially since Raphael is played by Aquaman.
Aquaman, yeah.
But I was trying to think of his real name. Shoot. I only know him anymore as Thad Castle. But anyway... it's going to kill me that I can't come up with his name off the top of my head. Please, someone put it in chat. That hurts me. Alan Richson. That did not come from chat. It came from my brain.
Woohoo. Go brain.
Hi, UQS Rex said hi to us. So hi to you as well. But anyway, that looks awesome. Yeah. We did forget to do the pull list because there was so much other stuff to talk about. And we've been talking now for an hour and a half. But Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #2, Green Lantern Corps Edge of Oblivion #1, and The Legend of Wonder Woman #1. All on the DC pull list this week. And it looks like they have an ad on here for Lucifer, the new TV show. Do you know about that? Fox is putting out a new TV show called Lucifer. And it's, I guess, supposed to be about Lucifer, like living among us. I don't know. It might be cool. I mean, I thought the premise of Reaper was kind of dumb until I watched it, and then I was like, oh, this is awesome. That was a great show. So there you go. That's the DCComics.com pull list for this week. Definitely visit that. I don't see any giveaways going on here right now. So, no. And we got to catch up on iZombie. iZombie is a DC Comics TV show. It comes based on a comic from it's either DC or it's one owned by DC. But anyway, we're super excited that we get to talk about that and cover it because iZombie is one of our favorite shows right now. and we've got a lot of it to catch up on, so we can go into some detail on that. But anyway, follow our Twitter account at @var_nation for updates on when we're going to go live. Whenever we post videos on YouTube, we'll put those there. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also support us there by hitting the support button, or just watching. Subscribing is enough. If you can't support monetarily, subscribing is definitely enough. We need as many subscribers as we can get. We fluctuated a little bit over the break. We went up to 127. We dropped back down to 123, and we're back up to 125. So doing not too bad as far as the subscribers are concerned for a couple of goofballs that kind of cheese their way through whatever it is that they're doing. But we appreciate your support. We appreciate you watching us. And please share, leave comments, whatever you can to help us grow the nation as it is. But this has been DCU tonight. For Hippolyta Kent, I'm Rock Var, saying peace out.
Peace out.